We'll be doing the exercises much slower than normal so as I can explain what's happening with the organs and what's going on with the limbs. Okay, John? The first exercise is called serving teacup. This is to pull and segment all the bones. This will induce what we call in Pa Kua the reeling the silk movement. It begins at the ankle, twisting to the knee, to the hip, ripping up the spine, from the spine to the shoulder, to the elbow, to the wrist, and out to the fingers. After a series of time, a vibration will be induced, and the vibration will be shot or vibrated from the heel all the way up and out. There are 3 stages in internal Kung Fu. First one is gathering the chi. The second one is changing the chi into power. And the third one is changing the power to the discharging energy. Again, in the first and the basic, your whole thing is gathering the air into chi. Okay. Again, as you watch the hips will whip the palm as it twists. From there, we go into the next exercise, which is called lion rolling ball. In the lion rolling ball, there's a pulling and a pushing effect. The wrists rotate, drop down, and the palm will push up from the center. This will continue on the same basis as the serving teacup because you're doing the reeling the silk effect with the body. Segment whipping from the foot all the way up. After this exercise will get much more complex as we do the coiling palm exercise. In the coiling palm exercise, the palm will pull while the other pushes back. So you have a linking, a rubber band effect of stretching. These are the exercises we do in the Qinglong Martial Arts Association. Each school's exercise will be different. These are ours, though. All the movement is shot from the hips, and the power comes from the legs, literally. After this, we'll do lower coiling palms. In this effect, the palm will go down to sides of the kidneys, down the legs, and the tiger's mouth will press. Again, down the spine, down the sacrum, down the leg, the femur, and then press. In our class, we had a student do 10 to 20 times, and then from there we pivot on. The next one will be called coiling waist palm. In this effect, the palm will circle behind the kidney, the sacrum, and then push to the back. All the weight shifts from one side of the leg to the other as the body sinks down to strike. The striking is still the same. Coiling, pulling back, pushing at the same time. As you strike, the tiger's mouth is always tight and then relaxes. We'll have John take a step pretty soon so that you can see the coiling from the other side. As he steps, you can watch the palm cover the kidney, the sacrum, and then press straight on out. As you move, it's like holding a barrel and then begin coiling again. From here, we'll have him step back and we'll go into the next exercise, which is the hurricane palm. In the hurricane palm, the palm will come straight up the chin like a snake spitting out tongue, while the other palm shoots back, fingers pointing, palm facing down on both times. The hurricane palm is to stretch the tendons and to stretch the ligaments as you touch. After the hurricane palm, then you go on to the much more difficult one, which is a golden snake wrapping the willow. In the golden snake wrapping the willow, the hips play the most important part. Pushing, twisting the palm down. This palm goes underneath the elbow and slides itself out, hooking up behind the head, down, and then hooking behind towards the kidney in the back while the elbow strikes. From there it uncoils and leashes. The palm circles over the head, down to the side. All the weight, again, is still doing the serving teacup motion of reeling the silk. From there we'll go to meteor shatters the earth. The meteor shatters the earth. The emphasis is put on the power of the palm. The energy is whipped up from the the feet and whips out. We use a whipping the spine motion on this, so it's like as if you grab the sacrum and you whipped the action, all the energy is shot into the palm. This is develop your crushing palm that we use for self-defense. After this, we'll do Fujinsan's 3 animals, the first one being the bear. Now, the hips are stationary. Most of this rotation comes from the middle aspect of the torso. From there, you'll pivot to the other side. All this is geared to make you very limber. After the bear, you'll go on to the next animal, which is the phoenix. The phoenix, which is a little bit hard for most people, is because all the weight is on the back leg. As the weight is down, the heel is down, toes point up, the leg is locked, and all the weight is moving down one way and then the other. So that back leg has got to push the whole entire body weight down and up. The reason you switch both sides is because you're using different muscles in the leg. From here, we'll go on to horse. To horse, you'll take a bow and arrow stance. You'll push your body weight forward. And again, like holding a barrel, you'll twist. The legs are stationary, so the weight is pushed forward. All the weight pushes from one side to the other. From here, we'll pivot to the other side to do phoenix on the other side. In Pa Kua, we always do exercises on both sides. It's bad to build up one side of your body and not the other. That's why God gave you 2 feet, 2 arms. It's to build them both up instead of one. Else you'll have one weak side, one strong side. This is a balanced system. And then to horse. Again, these are the basic exercises. In the next tape, the original, the exercises are much more in advance. And it's important to get an understanding of these before trying to even go on to the next type of training. After the horse, then you'll enter center and you do Fujinsan's 4 corners. This is a kicking series, so the feet will kick from corner to hook, corner to hook. Notice the student is not bouncing. All the weight is sunk on the rooted leg, and this is used for your trapping and sticking legs that we do when we do our self-defense applications. After one side, you'll step to the other. And this will end our stationary Pa Kua exercises.